Hello again, everyone. So you might be wondering why am I making this video? Well, it's about what toons we reworked. Trinkets, twisted, and tune-wise. Toons like Brusha got a heavily reworked during their Tune of the Weeks. Making them even better tune to play as, and more of a worthy foe to go up against. Since now Brusha doesn't have, not only has that sharp range anymore, she now can also debuff tunes, which is a neat feature. Now over what tunes to be reworked on. Yada. I don't really know what could be reworked for Yada. Sherry has amazing stats, doesn't have sluggish gameplay, has a really good passive. Her trinket, however, Party Popper is a good trinket, but I feel like that if the highlight cooldown is balanced, I don't really know what could be reworked of this trinket, but the twisted. Her twisted is just faster. And I know that common twisteds are usually just hit like slight buffs, like eyesight, intention span, or speed. Tisha can now affect ichor petals and machine buffs, and Brusha can now debuff machines. So for Yada, why not make her twisted ability interactive candy? Wait, let me just fit a better thing for this. As I was saying, a better fit for Yada would be candy, since that's a heavy part of her lore. So Yada could like drop candies or something? I don't know. But I guess you could like debuff candies, because that would be a neat feature, make her a bit more challenging. The speed I don't really know about. Oh, just playing Swimmy Barnaby real quick. As I was saying, now let's move on to Waxwell. Waxwell has really good stats, having high skill check and movement. But this, of course, has to be debuffed by low stamina and distraction speed, combined with a Tier 2 debuff. His ability is creative and introduced a new buff into the game, Ignited, which makes ability cooldowns decreased 2 times faster. But his ability could get some reworking a bit, in my opinion. So maybe it could provide more than just lesser ability cooldown. Maybe something that could help the team out a little bit more. So maybe, along with the United buff, Toons also get an Energized 1 debuff. An Energized 1 buff for 10 seconds. I guess that would be a bit more helpful to the team, but it could also be a bit more overpowered at the same time. his stats, they do not need reworking. In my opinion, they're actually really good. His twisted form. A twisted that avoids injuring toons and rather buff twisteds is a really unique gimmick that hasn't really been introduced into the game. His trinket, the trinket, however, increases the duration of trails created by your abilities for 4 seconds. Has no effect on toons without a trail ability. A trinket that only benefits Waxwell. No wonder why it was implemented into his mastery. For his trinket, for reworking his trinket, I'm thinking maybe it can affect more than just trail abilities. Maybe it can affect buffs. And, like, make them last, like, 4 seconds longer also. Since that would be actually make Cherish Blanket a more worthy trinket to use on toons. Like toons like Shelly and Bobette. And Brusha. They'll help them out a lot more. V, I don't know what to be reworked about her. She's already really good anyway. And her twisted trinket, good. Twisted, really unique gimmicks. Toodles, on the other hand, no. Her ability does not fit well. Her stats are not really that helpful as starters. And sure, she was originally made for a more survivalist role for Pebble, but then Pebble got this huge rework that made him a distractor type. And Toodles is just left if, oh, you want extraction? You're getting stealth. You want movement? You're getting skill check. You want stamina? You're getting movement. Actually, it's way more better. But still. Maybe she can have higher skill check and movement. Skill check, movement, or stamina. Which can make her a much better toon to play at. Actually, you know what? Take some stars from skill check, since she's a child, she really know how to distract machines well. No offense. And now that into movement. Now that's in movement. Since she is an energetic kid, this will help better convey her. This will kind of convey her better more, and the ability. Bitter buff, that would actually be beneficial. And maybe, oh, and change it to a passive, where she gets a random, like, I don't know, 50% buff each floor. But still, that will make Toodles a way much better toon for starters. Tisha, on the other hand, oh, her trinket's one of the best in the game, but Toodles herself, she's Raby's child. I didn't really know what to say for her trinket, for her rework. And Tisha, she's actually really, her toon of the week really made her much more better to play as. Well, slightly. Not only should you now buff toon's speech, now remove ichor puddles and Twisted Brush's paint on machines. Twisted Tisha, on the other hand, she's now more of a threat, since she can now clean off machine buffs from Brusha and make icon battles much better. Her trinket is reasonably fine, and with Bassie, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. I don't really know what could be reworked of Tisha otherwise. Maybe increase the buff from her speed and have it all also affect herself, because you're gonna need that ability too. I didn't really know what could be reworked for Tegan. She's already really good, so no. Not the toon or twisted, but the trinket. The trinket! Ugh. Start with 100 extra tapes. Useless. In my opinion, completely give Fancy Purse a much better rework. As in, maybe like give you like 50 tapes each floor after completing it, or increase his amount of tapes you get by 2. I don't know. Just no. No one use trinkets. No, none of that. No. Trinket, good. Twisted, unique. Toon, good. He's bounced out, but his twisted is mediocre, to say the least. But his trinket is kinda useless. It's one-time use. And what's the saving you from lethal attack? Fatal attacks nothing to do. You could still die from running out of stamina. It would be way much nicer if it could recharge or something. Making it a much better trinket. Maybe it can also give you like a speed and stamina buff to help you escape quicker. Because that would help improve it a bit more. Moving on to Sylvester. Yikes. No stat. Not moving in stamina. Still, he is one of the best extractors in the game. Has additional health, but that health is not going to save you. Trust me. The speed and stamina is a major debuff. Since you're super slow, you can barely get around it, which can result into death or dying from the elevator. You're in panic mode. I know from experience. Maybe they can make his ability interact with Twisteds, besides ranged Twisteds. Has only a place for like Goob and Scraps. Maybe to have defense against them? I don't know. Trinket definitely needs a rework. And yes, it does work on the stun method for Tegan. And it can help slow down Twisteds for like beginners, but Blushy Bat! These toon trinkets are in the same boat as garbage. I know Quell said there will be no stun abilities, but you didn't say anything about stun trinkets. So maybe for Soul Sword and Blushy Bat, maybe for Soul Sword, maybe instead of just only slowing them down, maybe it can also stun them for a little while alongside with Blushy Bat. And yes, For Plushy Bat, I know it's supposed to increase attack cooldowns, but that barely does anything. Yeah, those two trinkets need to get reworked hard. Where do I even begin? Okay, anyways, bye!